Thanks, Adam. Whether it's drilling for oil or gas in America or building on more green energy, these projects certainly take some time. Why would your approach to energy policy, why would your policy lower prices for Granite Staters more quickly, and why? And we'll start with you, Congressman.
Well, we have to make sure that we have an all-of-the-above strategy today, and that's exactly what I've supported. I've pushed the administration to make sure that we've got fuel available to our homes and businesses, especially as we approach these tough winter months. And I think we also have to hold big oil to account. Now, they scaled back production, they laid off workers during the pandemic when no one was driving, and it's taken them a long time to get back where they need to be. Now, we are near pre-pandemic levels in terms of production domestically, but we're also seeing a lot of exports. So one of the ways that I want to address the shortage of home heating oil and to lower prices here in the United States is to call on the Biden administration to restrict the export of oil and gas to other nations of the world. It's great that we're trying to help out Europe, but we should be helping out people here in New England and in our own country first. In addition to that, we also need to be transitioning. We can't just continually be under the thumb of big oil and be at the whims of the global energy markets. We need secure, cheaper forms of renewable energy that can also create good-paying jobs here in New England. I've supported legislation to do that. That will actually create about 30,000 clean energy jobs in our own state.
And Ms. Leavitt?
Yeah. 2 years ago, gas prices were $2 a gallon. Today, the Democrats are tapping into our strategic reserves, our emergency reserves, to keep gas prices at $4 a gallon. We have a diesel shortage in this country, a 20-day supply left. The CEO of our state's largest energy supplier just sent a letter to Joe Biden urging him strongly to increase the supply. It's a direct result of the energy policies and agenda that Chris Pappas has supported 100% of the time. We need to reopen Keystone. We need to reverse the ban on federal lands for drilling and fracking. We need to ensure we have an all-above energy approach that includes nuclear and hydro and renewables too. If someone wants to put solar panels on their home, please, by all means do so. But we can't abandon our traditional energy sources that here in New England, our people are relying on. And it's why they cannot afford to fill up their home heating oil tanks. We are facing winter blackouts in our state. This is a tragedy, and again, it's a direct result of this administration's policies. 2 years ago, we were energy independent. Chris Pappas has cut the neck off of that industry. I will unleash our domestic energy on day one.
Well, that's just not true. And the fact is we became a net exporter of energy at the end of the Obama administration, and we still are today. But I want to take concrete steps beyond these political talking points that can help New Englanders, can help Granite Staters this winter. And that's why urging the Biden administration to reduce exports, providing new flexibilities for shipping in this country with a waiver for something called the Jones Act will help us have the resources and drive down costs in addition to the assistance that we want to provide to Granite Staters this winter. So I am focused on this issue. And the fact is we need energy today as we transition to a clean energy economy tomorrow. And I've supported new leases for oil and gas.
We had energy 2 years ago. We don't have it today because of the policies that you have supported every step of the way over the past 2 years. And the Democrat Party has a one-lane fast track when it comes to energy. Look at California. Their governor there just told his citizens that they can't purchase vehicles fueled by oil and gas, by gasoline, after 2035. That's a sitting governor telling his citizens what they can and cannot drive. That's the plan for the Democrat Party. They will continue down this road if we elect them again. I'm the only candidate in this race who believes in energy independence, and I will seek to support that on day one.